Hi there, Angelica Suarez with Ange Suarez Creative here, and today I'm going to teach you how to create some simple flower shapes in Illustrator that repeat all the way around and have varied shapes as well as some more symmetrical shapes. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to recreate this flower here. We're going to take our ellipse tool, which on your toolbar is right over here. The keyboard shortcut for it is L. And we're just going to drag an oval. Now, to adjust these anchor points so they're a little bit more varied, we're going to hit A on our keyboard. That will bring up the direct selection tool. You can also access it from your toolbar by hovering over here and clicking on this white or gray arrow. And all we're going to do is start to pull some of these anchor points out, and we're just creating a petal. So you can kind of play with it and see how you want your petal to look. I'm going to adjust these handlebars and pull them inward. That's going to make more of a point. And yeah, I think that is going to be good. So the next thing we need to do to create our flower is we're going to select this petal and hit the R on our keyboard. That's going to bring out the rotate tool. Now you can see that I have a crosshairs right here, and I want to put it from where I want to rotate the petal from. So I'm going to choose my axis as the base of the petal. That way it rotates all the way around from this center point. So now I have the arrow icon. I want to hold down Alt. That's going to create a duplicate. And if I just pull it like this, I can actually, put the petal anywhere I want it to go. But I want it to go all the way around. And I want it to go at a 45-degree angle so that I have even petals all around. So while I'm holding down Alt, I'm going to also hold down Shift. And you'll see on my screen here, it's changing. So holding down Shift, 45 degrees, letting go of Shift, it's not 45 degrees. So holding down Shift, letting go. Now I want to create petals all the way around. So I'm just going to hit Command D to duplicate my last action. And you'll see here that I have a nice full flower. Now, if you didn't want it to be this full, if you wanted it to look similar to this flower, what I would do is go ahead and not hold Shift while you are, I'll show you over here. I'm going to copy and paste this, Command C, Command V. I would just do R for rotate, click on the axis I want to rotate it from, hold down Alt, and I'm not holding down Shift at the same time. I'm just holding down Alt and letting go. Now I'm going to Command D to repeat that action. And this is a little bit more varied. It's not as symmetrical. I can kind of play with the petals a little bit and change them up to where I want them to go. You could even take a petal out if you wanted. So you can see we can create either a really nice and full flower, or we can create kind of a more of a daisy look, I guess. This would be more of like a chrysanthemum. This would be more of a daisy. So I'm going to get rid of that. The next thing I'm going to do is create a center. And to do that, you just click over on the ellipse or hold down L on your keyboard for a shortcut. And if you want to make a perfectly round center, you're going to hold down Shift to create a perfect circle. Or you could just click and drag once you're on the ellipse tool. To change the color, we're just going to come over here and we're going to make it white and pull it down into the center of the flower. Now, as you can see, I have some green kind of guides happening here. I have smart guides turned on. I highly recommend those if you like to line things up on the fly. It makes things a lot easier. Kind of gives you some hints as to where things are centered. To enact those, or to enable those, I should say, head up to Window. My bad, it's View, Smart Guides. The keyboard shortcut for that is Command U. Now, these are all one unified flower, and you can tell that here I have only petals. You don't need to change these to a unified object, but if you want to, select everything on your flower, hold down Shift, and deselect the center so that doesn't get included in your unified object. And we're going to head up to the Pathfinder. If you don't have the Pathfinder up here, head up to Window, Pathfinder. And we're going to click this first button here that says under Shape Modes, it says Unite. Just unite that and you have a full flower. So now my center is separate, my flower is separate, and I'm good to go. To create these other shapes that I have here, for this long pointed one, you would just take your ellipse tool, so L on your keyboard, and I'm going to hold down A for my direct selection tool. On these 2 points, on the top point and the bottom point, I'm going to convert those. You can either pull the handles all the way in to create a point, or there is a shortcut that you can do up here at the top where it says anchor point convert. Click on that point right there and it'll just do it right away for you. So again, I'm going to click onto my petal with my selection tool and I'm going to hold down R. I'm actually just going to touch R. I'm not going to hold it down. And then once I have my crosshairs, I'm going to click on that bottom point for my axis, hold down Alt and Shift. And I've got a nice 45-degree angle there. Now I'm going to Command D. And this one ended up being a little bit more spread out than my other flower, but that's okay. I'm just going to scale this by holding down Shift and Alt. I'm scaling it up and down in place. And yeah, so I can either unite it or not. And to create these circles that I have inside of here, I'm going to choose a different color here. I am going to, I'm zooming in so you can see I'm holding down Command and touching the plus sign on my keyboard. So I'm holding down Shift and I'm dragging my mouse, clicking and dragging with my mouse to create this perfect circle. Now to create a quick copy, I'm going to hold down Alt and then I'm just going to drag. When you see those 2 arrows, that means you can drag and create a copy. Now I'm just holding down Shift and adjusting it with my mouse. I'll zoom out. And now I have another flower. So I could take these and deselect my circles and change them to a different color. Scale it up or down and just start creating a bouquet. Actually, I think I'll make these white. But as you can see, creating your own flowers is very fun. It's simple. You can, I mean, the sky is the limit as far as the shapes that you can make, but the general idea is the same. And just to go over those instructions once again, we are going to hit R on our keyboard after we've created our petal. We're going to click on the axis that we want to rotate from, hold down Alt on our keyboard. Once we have those double arrows, we're going to hold down Shift to create that 45-degree angle if desired. And then we are going to let go, and to complete the last, or to duplicate the last action, we're going to hit Command or Control D to duplicate. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you'd like to see more tutorials by me, please be sure to subscribe on YouTube and visit my blog for more tips and tutorials on Illustrator. You can find me at angesuarez.com. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.